a greasier future. Is our food killing us? We all know how cheap and easy it can be to stop at McDonald's after a long day. But are our food workers being respected and our ingredients held to a specific standard? As a previous fast food worker myself, I want to get to the bottom of this and tell you what is going on behind the scenes by researching these conditions. Fast food discontent is nothing new, but how far do these controversies go? I want to know the truth. Throughout this speech, I will be deep diving into the aspects of labor laws, food quality, and customer service. Each state has labor laws regarding wages, harassment, and child labor. I am first going to talk in depth about child labor. There is a minimum age for employment set at 14 for any non-agricultural related job, 16 for all forms of employment, and 18 or over for anything considered hazardous or dangerous. If you are under the age of 18 and enrolled in school, you may not work more than 9 hours a day, no more than 40 hours a week, and 6 days in 1 week. To work after 10 p.m. on a school night, students must have parent permission. All of this information can be found on the Department of Labor's website. In 2022, in Illinois alone, it was found that 387 and 76 minors were employed in violation of the state's labor laws, as found on an Illinois news site. The federal minimum wage is $7.25, but it can also vary per state. As an example, New York's minimum wage is $15 an hour. You must also receive overtime, which is time and a half for any hours worked over 40 in a week. Employers legally have to document all of the hours worked to pay records. Harassment is illegal when it is so frequent or severe that it creates a hostile or offensive work environment. It results in an adverse employment decision. It creates a work environment that is intimidating, hostile, or abusive. In 2018, the EEOC received 7,609 sexual harassment charges, which is 13.6% more than in 2017. Here is a sexual harassment chart showing the amount of charge receipts from 2014 to 2021. Not only do companies need to respect their employees, but also their patrons and the quality of food they are serving. When I eat out, I expect my food to be prepared in a clean environment, in date, and at least somewhat healthy. More than 60,000 food safety audits were conducted at McDonald's over the world last year. So we do know that these companies have inspectors coming in, making sure they are up to code, but what happens if they fail? While I cannot find anything from these companies, I do have personal experience. We would have our personal health inspector, StairTech, come in and do inspection 3 times a quarter. And if we failed the first one, we had 2 more chances to pass. So even though we had failed, we were still allowed to remain open and serve food until the next visit. So it does make me wonder what other policies might be and how federal regulations handle them. It is taught to an employee that a customer is always right. However, in most cases, an employee will be the one getting mistreated by the customer. If I find that most people who have never worked fast food can tend to forget that the person behind the counter is just that, a person. In my background of fast food, I can say I have my fair share of horror stories. I will keep it short and just explain a few instances for you where I have been mistreated by a customer and nothing was done about it. While I worked at Subway, we declined to accept coupons. For a little explanation, there's a paragraph on the coupon that says only participating locations and our store was not making enough income to accept them at the time. A woman had come in wanting to use her coupon to purchase some food and had to decline the acceptance of it. She then proceeded to call the cops and claim we were falsely advertising and that I would indeed have to take her coupon. I've also had instances with people ODing in the bathroom and getting food thrown at me. There was nothing management or laws did to protect me. We were getting paid less than average. The least people could do is treat us with respect. In hindsight, fast food is a convenient option to have, but with prices rising, standards should be met. We don't often think how the people preparing our food are treated and what conditions the food is subjected to. While federally we do have basic laws protecting us, what stops customers from abusing employees or companies hiding food quality from consumers? Instead, our food is killing us. We need to bring our views on current fast food standards to the brink of death and bring this era of food to an end.